Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you my proudest achievement in my entire Dota career, filling out an entire page with victories. Oh my god, I have forgotten what it feels like to lose, and it feels really frickin' good. Okay, alright, just had to brag about that for a second. On to some casting. Gonna find us a game to watch here. Just gotta browse. Toxic Bomb Gaming versus Nerf KOTLA. Sure. Or Sick Gaming versus GG Boys. No, these guys have a bunch of retarded names. I'm gonna go with these guys. I don't know. Both of them have kind of retarded names. Alright. We'll go with Toxic Bomb and Nerf KOTLA. KOTL? Nerf, Keeper of the Light and stuff. I don't know. Anyways, let's do this. I was actually supposed to be doing a cast for the Amateur Dota League. They have a weekly tournament called their Saturday Night Fights, in which they pit some teams together in best of ones, and the winner of that gets entered into a basically showcase match at the end of it all for a $100 prize pool. So it's a really cool event. It's attracted a lot of attention, and a lot of teams really frickin' enjoy it. However, this week we did not have that because nobody signed up. So we didn't have any sign-ups, so I was sitting there waiting to cast, and there were no games to cast, so that was it. So ADL, like I said, it was supposed to happen every Saturday, but didn't happen. So if you're watching this and you got a team, check out amateurdotaleague.com and you can sign up for the next one. And there is a $100 cash prize at the end of it all. So very, very nice, especially for some amateur teams out there. So check it out. I'd love to have some games to cast, and I'm sure the tournament would like to have some games to organize. So do it up. Good for everybody. Anyways, we are going to get into this game here right now between Toxic Bomb and Nerf KOTL. Whoopsies. Teams don't like to put their names on the top. They just use their initials, which makes for some confusion on my part for sure, because instead, I look up there to see who I'm casting, because I cast a lot of different teams a lot of the time, so it's hard for me to keep track of every single team name. And so I like to just scribble it down on a notepad document on my side monitor so that I can peek back there just every once in a while and make sure that I'm saying the right name and whatnot. But
Radiant Team Ben.
I opened it up and it was on the monitor, and that's about it. So, anyways, Nerf KOTLA. Team consisting of Headless Horseman, Who's a Silly Pony, Heavy Soul, Engardo, and Severin. Toxic Bomb Gaming, Ruby, Ascord, Raffle Mao and My Soul, Abra, and
Radiant Team
I7 YM6A.
Team Pick.
That guy is not getting his name pronounced all game. Anyways, we got some really quick bans and picks here. Timbersaw, Venomancer, Slark, and OD being banned out right off the bat, and then Bristleback, Wisp, and Nature's Prophet being picked up right off the bat. Bristleback for Nerf KOTL, and IO Nature's Prophet for Toxic Bomb. Toxic Bomb going to be looking to do a lot of Rat Dota and global ganks with this with these pickups. Kind of a I actually really like the strategy. They've tipped their hand really early, though. It is pretty damn obvious what they're going to be going for, and there's some pretty easy bans that you can make out of this. They'll be looking to ban out that Chaos Knight for sure. As well, you might want to be banning Invoker, Ancient Apparition, they wouldn't pick Zeus, but even another combo with the IO, something along the lines of
Dire Team Ben.
Husker, Sven, are all really good combos with Wisp. Tiny. I don't know why the Tiny wasn't the first thing I said there, but yeah, So they pick up the Lich on the side of Nerf KOTLA, so a lot of armor on their side of the field already. The Bristleback, a very tanky and armory hero already, and then the Lich is going to be throwing frost armor on him and everybody else on his team. So we're looking at a pretty tanky team here, and Nerf KOTLA picks right up on what I was saying there earlier, and they ban out the Tiny. So Tiny is gotten rid of already. We'll see if they choose to go with a CK or something else. I think it'll probably be CK for the second ban, which is going to force Toxic Bomb to get a little bit more creative with what they do with their Wisp. So Nyx being banned out there by them, they don't want to deal with that. Nyx can be incredibly obnoxious, especially to a Wisp. So, we'll see. Just a moment here. I think, like I said, CK is probably the ideal ban. A few others that you can go with.
5 seconds remaining.
I think if that is not the ban, it'll certainly be the pick. So,
reserve time.
They're actually taking their time on this, trying to deliberate as to what they should be getting rid of here. Like I said, strategy is looking very global, so they are going to want a lot of heroes that can cater into that, whether it be Clockwork or a Invoker or a, like I said, an Ancient Apparition, whatever. So, Death Prophet getting rid of by here by Nerf KOTLA, so they're fearing the push a little more than they're fearing the ganks. So one more ban to come out here by Toxic Bomb, and then I think we'll be seeing that CK pickup right off the bat.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Now, they're actually taking their sweet time with this one too. They're not quite sure what they want to get rid of. There's a lot of fantastic heroes in the pool still that they might want to get rid of. Crystal Maiden being one. She's a really strong support that is probably going to get picked up if it is not banned. They do decide to get rid of the Clockwork because it messes with Nature's Prophet quite a bit. And Tinker. Alright, so they're going full global here. They grab the Tinker for that mid lane. Nature's Prophet will probably be on the off or the jungle. I'm assuming off, but with the Wisp makes for really good duo lanes, which means that Nature's Prophet going off to the jungle is not necessarily a terrible thing. It'll maximize the gold gain on the entire side of their team, and can do some really good. So, looking back to Nerf KOTLA, I wonder what they're going to pick up. Like I said, actually, I wonder if they'd pick up the Chaos Denial pick. Like, they don't do it here, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah. There we go. So Chaos Knight is picked up by Toxic Bomb, so they snatch that. So Wisp CK is going to be the combo, and then we're going to have the Tinker on the mid lane and Nature's Prophet either on the off or the jungle, depending on their final pickup. So as I said, very global team. They can be wherever they want, whenever they want, and it can cause a lot of problems for Nerf KOTLA here. I mean, heavy amounts of Necronomicons. You know, split pushing and Rat Dota can make things really annoying. I do like this Disruptor pickup quite a bit, actually, because he is very effective for Wisp ganks. When everyone comes in, he can glimpse the damage dealer, probably the CK, and he just flies back to where he came from, and Wisp is just stuck there doing nothing. And if Disruptor's lucky enough, he can actually get a kill on that Wisp too. So works really well as well with I mean, the rest of the heroes on their team. The Nature's Prophet and the Tinker, if they teleport in anywhere as well, they can just get glimpsed back to wherever they came from. Not as big a problem as for Tinker, because he can just you know, refresh his cooldowns and teleport back in. But the Prophet, that creates a little bit more of a conundrum for him. So I'm liking this. Now, I'm curious, because usually when we see like theme drafts like this with teams, they tend to go all the way for it. Like, they don't compromise one bit. So I don't know if we're actually going to see like a semi-global hero, like a Clinks or something that's kind of everywhere but isn't really technically global. Like, I'm almost expecting them to just like grab like an offlane Spectre or something like that to just stay true to the full strategy. We'll see if that's what they choose to go for or not, but I could definitely see it happening. Okay, so they're taking quite a while on this ban here as well. Not quite sure what they're thinking. Nerf KOTLA, they are probably looking towards an off-lane Elder Titan. Actually, no, that's a mid-lane Elder Titan. Bristleback will be on the off-lane, and then they'll have they'll have a carry plus the Disruptor Lich. So I don't agree with the puck pickup. I think the puck would not have been chosen. I think they're going to look towards picking up a carry right now because that Elder Titan would probably be going mid. So not entirely sure why they banned out the puck, but I'm sure we'll find out in just a moment.
Reserve time.
Nerf KOTLA dipping into their reserve time for this last ban as well, trying to decide exactly what they think is going to be the pickup for Toxic Bomb. Like I said, we're looking towards an offlaner or an additional support that serves a very global purpose for them. So that could mean a lot of things, and you know, even an offlane gyrocopter with an Aghanims would actually be kind of fun as well. I'd like to see that actually. They could also go towards like a offlane invoker for the sun strikes. They could go a AA support. A lot of options for them right now. A lot of options. So Nerf KOTLA is just going to have to nail down exactly what they think the most potent pick would be and just get rid of it right off the bat. Silencer might also be considered a pickup, but I don't know. They get rid of the Shadow Shaman, still fearing that push, still fearing that tower knocking down power. And they go for a Bounty Hunter. So okay, so like I said, they didn't stick directly true to this strategy. Like I said, they went for something that fits it, but is not exactly in the spirit of it. And you know, I like this. They've got a pretty solid team, a pretty versatile team, and it's going to be really hard to push against them because I mean, March of the Machines whenever they're pushing, and otherwise it's just split push. And it's going to be really hard to get kills against this team because
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, you got Bounty Hunter on just being stealthy, you've got CK being survivable as hell, you've got Tinker never being near a fight because he'll just push lanes, blink into trees, run away, and then Nature's Prophet just kind of doing the same thing. So I like this team. I like this team. It'll be definitely an interesting one to watch. So you know, we could be looking towards a long game, but who cares? Anyways, Nerf KOTLA. Okay, so this is going to be a tri-lane Bristleback. Bristleback is just going to be on the aggro tri with the Lich and the Disruptor. Elder Titan's going to be on the off lane, and then Invoker is going to be on the mid. So that's what we're looking at here. I was a little unsure, but now we've got our lineups. Everything is established, and as I was saying, that Nature's Prophet will be going to the jungle, as Bounty Hunter is probably going to be the offlaner. He does not jungle well. So, down to the bottom, we have this guy with the annoying-ass name that I'm not going to pronounce on the Nature's Prophet. We've got Abra on the Tinker, we've got Ruby on the Bounty Hunter, Asgord on the Chaos Knight, and Rafflemau in My Soul on the Isle. Up in the top lane, we got Angardo on Bristleback, we've got Headless Horseman on the Disruptor, Severin on the Invoker, Who's a Silly Pony on the Lich, love that name, and Heavy Soul on the Elder Titan. How appropriate as well. Heavy Soul on the biggest hero in the game who has a spirit ability. Maybe I'm stretching for a little bit for that. Ooh, is this a mid lane Wisp CK? It totally fucking is. Excuse my language, but that's awesome. Anyways, we're gonna have a safe lane Tinker with a jungle Prophet and an off lane Bounty Hunter,
30 seconds
and then a mid lane Wisp CK. I like this a lot, actually. I think it's going to fare very well against the Invoker, who was planning to be matched up against that Tinker. And Invoker works really well against Tinker, but he doesn't work so well against Wisp CK. Because all of his harass gets pretty much negated, and the second he shows his face, Reality Rift into stun, you're gone. So, I'm liking this quite a bit. I am. And he's got Lich down here on the off lane, eating himself up a creep, and he's gonna drop a ward down. What the hell? Do we actually have dual lanes here, or is Lich just doing a Lich thing? Huh. I'll have to keep an eye on him. Anyways, it's now been spotted out. The Wisp CK is mid, and Invoker's starting with Quas. I have never understood why Invokers do this. The only benefit that Quas gives you is health regen. And level 1 is when you're most likely to be at full health. So there's literally no reason to have level 1 of Quas. Go Exort so you have a couple last hits of damage. And if you've been poked down a little bit in your health by the time you hit level 2, then grab those points in Quas instead of going for Invoke. But I don't know. Anyways. A little bit of a scrap up on the top lane here. Both teams just trading a couple hits, but these lanes are really weird. Got Tinker dropping the March of the Machines right now on level 1 already, and he started with the Bottle Rush build for the off lane, which is kind of weird, but Elder Titan getting right up in his shit, trying to punch him down, and oof, almost ate himself a laser there, but Tinker did cancel that. Mid lane Lich just hanging around here, trying to even the odds for Invoker here. But I think Invoker's actually fine on this lane by himself. Like, look at this, he started off so much regen. Like, he went straight for some stats, but he bought a healing salve, he got pulled 2 tangos, and he started Quas. Like, he wasn't going to be facing that much harass. I don't know. He is doing alright. And if you look up towards the CS, a little bit early to call it, but I mean, CK and Nature's Prophet doing pretty damn good for themselves, 9 and 8 respectively. Actually, opposite respectively. 8 and 3 on the Bristleback, 6 and 2 on the Tinker, 6 and 0 on the Invoker. Everybody's doing good. Down to the bottom lane, this Tinker now has his bottle and is starting to shove ET out of the lane a bit. He's getting real annoying, and this could be a problem for ET as he starts to get zoned out of this lane. Oh, Reality Rift in on this Lich. Stun goes out, the Cold Snap follows up, but it doesn't matter. The Wisp actually grabs that first kill, gets himself 418 gold, and he'll be able to buy that Flying Courier. No problem in just a moment here. Boker eating a little bit of damage, but fuck it. Actually, is this a Quas Wex build? I assumed it would be Quas Exort, because that's just the staple nowadays, but now that I'm looking at how he's playing this might actually be a Quas Wex game. Alright, we'll keep an eye on him, see what he does. And he's up in the top lane, Bounty Hunter, getting spotted up by a Sentry Ward and getting revealed. And oh my god, he gets glimpsed. So he is absolutely caught. Tries to cut himself through his trees, and oh my god, I actually thought he was going to escape that. But he did not have the tangos to continue cutting through the trees, and he drops himself. So both teams, 1 kill apiece. Oh my god, action in on the mid lane. Looking for that Invoker. Wisp hitting him with the spirits, but just not quite doing it, and Invoker is a lucky sumbitch, and it is a Quas Wex build. So he's just going to go for the maximum control, but oh my god, ganked up here on the Tinker. Oh my god, March of the Machines just does so much damage. It manages to pick off the Lich as he came to gank that Tinker, so Tinker's actually doing pretty damn good down here. He's getting a lot of farm up, and we'll be looking at pretty quick boots of travel if he can actually land a last hit in this lane already. He had about 4 creeps that were absolutely free there and just missed every single last hit.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
CK farming up pretty well, just hanging on to 1200 gold for no apparent reason. I'd have had a bracer and some boots flown out to me by now, because those early stats on CK really make a difference, but he doesn't seem to want to right now. Bounty Hunter getting harassed a little bit here. On the bottom lane, ET gets a good spirit off and chases down that Tinker, but Tinker's right back to being an obnoxious little prick. Throws out the March of the Machines, auto attacks a few times, and he's got himself positioned in this lane again. He might have to go back to base pretty soon as well. He's hanging a little low on both health and mana, and his bottle is certainly empty, so... He's up in the top river. Lich gets picked up by the combo of the Wisp, Nature's Prophet, and Chaos Knight. Bounty Hunter is now in here now, and they're looking for Invoker. No track available just yet, so if he manages to Ghost Walk, they'll be fine, but it doesn't happen. He drops. Cool note, I just saw this on the Dota subreddit the other day. The color that Invoker fizzles out in when he dies corresponds to the orbs that he had active at the time of his
Dire's
death.
middle tower
So
is
you
under
saw he
attack.
kind of fizzled out in a purplish pink color there, and that was because he had 3 points up in Wex. Kind of
Radiant's
cool.
bottom
Also,
tower
interesting
is under
note that I
attack.
figured out about Invoker just today is that if you jam on any of his orb buttons, like if you just mash Wex, it will sometimes give you an extra orb by accident, and it corrects itself within like a portion of a second. But if you just hit it fast enough, you can actually get an extra orb up, and it actually does give you the effect. You will move faster, or attack harder, or regen better. So if you're just sitting, if you're ever passively sitting not quite sure what to do, or if you're attacking creeps, or if you're running away from somebody, you just keep mashing that button. If you just keep hitting W, 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 you'll actually move faster. You'll move a little smidgen faster. It's kind of cool. I've never actually seen anybody noting that before, and it's probably a bug, but yeah, I just caught on to that the other day, so. Or actually, that was just today. That was a couple games ago I played Invoker, and I was really bored, and I was just mashing my buttons, and I noticed a 4th orb was popping up here. And it was Reality Rift in on his ledge, 4 seconds done. He is toast. Bye-bye. Tree goes out on the Invoker, but he eats himself out with the Tango, and he will escape for now. So 5-2, the kill score now in favor of Toxic Bomb Gaming, and Nerf KOTLA, Nerf KOTLA? I don't know. Nerf KOTLA is having themselves a hard time. Now looking towards the late game, Nerf KOTLA is going to have a really rough time. And I'm not sure I like their draft. Like, their individual hero counter picks were pretty decent, but the problem that they're running into right now is that they can't push because they're up against an Nature's Prophet Tinker. So no pushing, and they can't really make a late game happen because the most late game character they have is a Bristleback. And Bristleback is not exactly a late game character. I mean, he's strong, but I don't know. Oh my god, do I have spectator chat on? Go away. Anyways, but yeah, Bristleback not exactly a late game character. Like I said, he's a decent character for late game. He's alright. He does late game things occasionally, but he is definitely not the definition of a carry. Now, on the side of Toxic Bomb, you've got Bounty Hunter, who can do a ton of damage. You've got Chaos Knight, you've got Nature's Prophet, and then you've got Tinker, who, when he gets built, becomes a unstoppable, just kind of item machine. Just, you know, Daggons, E-Blades, Sheepstick, whatever the hell he wants, right? So, it's going to be really hard for Nerf KOTLA to even fight past the 25 to 30 minute mark. And on top of that, they can't really make an early game advantage happen either because they can't push. They don't have any way to get themselves gold or to get themselves positioned on the map. So, we're seeing this right now is that, I mean, lanes are being won by Toxic Bomb, which I don't know if it should have happened that way. But now that that's happened, it's going to be a long and slippery slope for Nerf KOTLA. I mean, they've got nowhere to go from here. And, I mean, normally I'd say, you know, the draft doesn't matter, but it's kind of at a point where they didn't really seem to have a game plan when they were picking their heroes, because now that they've, I mean, what they really needed to bank on was having a really effective carry. Because if they had a really good carry, like an Anti-Mage or a Luna or anything, then all the while Toxic Bomb was pushing, and Nature's Prophet was trying to backdoor, and Tinker was just doing his thing, and blah blah blah, like that stuff, you can just farm. You can just farm. And then when it gets down to it, Nerf KOTLA is stuck in their base. Ooh, Tornado actually just clips the Tinker, and they're going to catch him for sure. They get the Cold Snap out, they're under the tower looking for him. Couple auto attacks, gets glimpsed back, and they do manage to finish him off. So, good pick off there, they managed to grab themselves a Tinker. But, yeah, so, like I said, once they get a carry and they wait a little bit, you end up at 50 minute mark where you're defending your base, you got no outer towers left because the enemy team's pushing them all, and then you get the team fight, and your carry, who's been farming for 35 minutes, has, you know, 5 to 6 slotted, and he just comes out and wrecks them. And that's really what needed to happen this game, but right now, there is no contingency for for Toxic Bomb. They really don't have the ability to do what I just described, which means that even though they're getting a couple kills here and there, they're still not winning this game. And, it'll be quite the miracle if they do manage to turn it around. Anyways, jumping in on this Elder Titan here, 3 seconds done, he tries to TPO right away, but that's not going to happen. He falls, and you can't go for this 0440 build on the offlane. That build was made by S4 specifically for the mid lane and specifically for games where his team would not be, messing with his lane for a while. There would be no reason for him to leave, there would be no reason for him to gank. That was what that strategy was built for, and a lot of people saw that and they said, oh cool, that's how you play Elder Titan. That is not the case, my friends. If you are an offlane Elder Titan, you need at least 1 point in your stomp, because it will save your life on so many multiple occasions that it's not even funny. You also need that Earth Splitter, because Earth Splitter is really good, and you are not going to be team fighting as an offlane. In the mid lane, you're a little more likely to be in solitude, but oh my god, the Chelsea bouncing out here, but doesn't manage to keep bouncing. They do manage to pick themselves off the Chaos Knight, so he falls 12-16 the kill score at 11 minutes 50 seconds, chasing down this IO right now, looking to pick him off. He might be able to. Another Frost Blast and a Spirit? No, he tethers away to a creep, and he is going to get forced away. Oh my god, look at that. Oh, jeez. If he had an urn or something, he'd be able to finish him off. Oh wow, IO hooks up into the trees and he's gonna get himself killed. Or not? What? Oh my god, no, this is not good. This is not good. This is a very sad Elder Titan. Very, very sad Elder Titan. But yeah, anyways, like I said, having a point in that stomp and having a point in Earth Splitter is the best choice. Maxing these two together is still good on the offlane, but you gotta have that utility for when your team ganks, for when they come around, do this, do that. Oh, please don't do anything else. Okay. Yeah, we got some heavy push commencing here, and there is not much that Nerf KOTLA is going to be able to do against this. I mean, Elder Titan's there, but he's got no health. He's just got spirits to throw, and that's not really going to stop much. Disruptor can jump in, but then he just gets 4 seconds done and blown up. ET gets a good stomp off, but that's all it gets. And Chaos Knight starts to run away. Good tornado by the Invoker, but not managing to finish him off. A couple TPs come in, just not quite enough. And yeah, as I was saying, Toxic Bomb kind of in pretty commanding control of this game right now. Like I said, all their heroes will scale well into the late game. Pretty much all of their heroes have won their lanes, and there is not much to be said for Nerf KOTLA's late game. So, hate to be a naysayer, but it's really how it's looking right now. They just don't have the cohesion as a team that they should. Booker T being in here to try to get them done, but Tinker just turns right around on him. Slaps him around a bit, but the EMP and Cold Snap goes down, draining all of his mana. He's got no health, and he's trying to run for his life right now. Oh my god. Bounty Hunter comes in, Tinker TP's out, and looking for a kill on this Invoker perhaps. Throws out the track, Invoker does not go towards his tower. As you can see, that Whisk Gank comes in, tries to get himself a Ghost Walk. There's that effect I was talking about. Tries to get that Ghost Walk off, and doesn't matter because it's track. There he goes.
Dire's top tower
top here, knocking down this tower, and that is going to be all she wrote for this tower. It is Gonski's. Bounty Hunter. He's going for an Orchid.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
He is most certainly going for an Orchid. That's cool. Against the Invoker and the Disruptor, that'll make for a huge difference. Bounty Hunter hunting for some kills here. Might find himself that Disruptor if he hooks the right way. And he does. I think he just saw him, but that's about it. He's Blink Dagger up on that Tinker, so
Dire's top tower is under
he now has the ability to get out of whatever he wants. Track flying out of the Lich, he falls right away. Track gold. Glimpse goes out of the Chaos Knight, throwing him back. Tornado, EMP, good combo, but still not enough. Chaos Knight is going to turn around, not popping off that Phantasm quite yet though. He drops really low and he's scared. There are no points in Exort, so we're not going to see a good Sunstrike after this. And oh my god, this Invoker is so low. He needs to worry. Oh my god. Prophet tries to throw one auto attack out of the Shadow Blade. It doesn't manage to finish off. Actually gets the other side, but he does fall to the bristleback shortly thereafter. 17-9 the kill score after that team fight. 15 minutes and 50 seconds is your game time. Down here we see the Wisp going to drop some wards, and he is about 500 gold off of his mechanism. And once he gets that, he will be in full battery mode. Pick or throwing down the March of the Machines in the mid lane here. Also, a cool thing to note for Tinker, it is actually more efficient to throw March of the Machines one direction and then a crosshatch direction, because the machines are actually removed when they hit a unit. Oh, excuse me, I had to sneeze there. That kind of just came out of nowhere. But anyways, yeah, if you crosshatch your machines, they actually are more efficient. If you throw them all in the same direction, as they hit units, they will get removed, and therefore create, like I said, if there's a line of units, the ones behind the first will not get hit. So if you crosshatch them, then there is no way that it can get lined up, so it doesn't manage. Oh my god, those creeps actually killed the Lich. Oh, that was terrible. Anyways, they're looking for this bounty hunter here. They glimpse him back into the fight. Cold Snap, and they actually do manage to get that kill, so definitely worthy trade now. The Kinetic Field, Static Storm going down right now, dishing out a lot of damage, actually getting themselves a couple kills there. The nobody dying on the Dire side in that fight, save for the Lich at the beginning of it. Still hunting for that Tinker, but he manages to blink himself up to the high ground, and he's just going to rewind TP himself out.
Haste.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yes,
Dire's structures are fortified.
Oh, he's got a haste rune. I thought that was just from all the Wex stacks. I was like, oh my god, really? But, anyways. Comes in here looking for the Prophet. He's not going to find him. It's one thing that's worrying me about Invoker. He has not gotten himself a lot of gold this game. He's only farmed 30 creeps in 18 minutes. And all he's got to his name is really a Null Talisman and Phase Boots. So he's definitely in a worrisome state right now. He's got a lot of control to contribute to his team between the Tornadoes, the Deafening Blast, the Cold Snaps, and the EMPs. However, it just isn't going to be enough. I don't think there's anything he can really do to stop the split push. There's not much you can do to clear creep waves. You know, it's just kind of a hard life for Invoker right now. Anyways, whoa, Bristleback getting himself caught out really far up underneath the tier 1 tower of the enemy team, and gets himself finished off by some hero rotations in. So Wisp now grabs his mechanism, has it flown out to him, and there you go. This is gotta be so obnoxious. Just facing up against a Tinker and a Prophet. It's just ridiculous. Bounty Hunter looking for some action over here. He's going to find himself a Disruptor as he walks up alone. Walks into the trees though for some odd reason. And Bounty's just going to cut him off. Walks right through him. The Nation's Prophet ulti hits him, and Track goes up, jumps in on him. Chaos Knight flies in, gets the kill, and that is Track gold for everyone. 3 seconds stun going up on this Bounty, or up on this Bristleback here. And the Lich ulti flies out. That is one thing that messes with that Wisp CK combo quite a bit, but they split up, and then Wisp tethers right back to the CK, and they're back at full health after that mechanism. Bounty Hunter causing all sorts of trouble getting in here. Oh wow, that was a Tinker teleporting right in. He actually blinks out of that, but he really didn't need to. Dropping down that March of the Machines, and lots of people hanging out about half health right now. Oh my god, the CK doing a lot of damage, but he's taking it as well. They look towards getting that Elder Titan, they do. Looking to the Invoker right now, he is really low, and they don't manage to pick him off. Bounty Hunter wanted it, but he couldn't get it. He gets glimpsed back out, and he's going to take that as a free escape and walk away from that.
Is under attack.
2 heroes being lost by the Dire, and the score tipping further and further away from them. 12 to 22 score. Look towards the golden XP graph. There was actually a section where the XP graph was coming back down, but it has shot up to about 5,000 in favor of Toxic Bomb Gaming right now. And on the gold graph, we're looking at 15,000 advantage to Toxic Bomb. So they are just controlling this game, controlling the kills, controlling the gold, and really making things happen for them. Like I said, they're pushing incredibly well because of their lineup, and have not lost a single tower as a result.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
This tornado flying in here to kind of disrupt the push, but doesn't matter. Bounty Hunter
Dire's
drops that
bottom
tower,
tower
gets himself
has
490 gold, and he's almost at a full Orchid. He's about 200 gold off of that. Desolator picked up now by the Nature's Prophet. That'll help even more with the pushing. I'd like to see even a Necronomicon on him, because pushing is the name of the game for them. And Bounty Hunter spotted out by this ward here. He gets dusted up, and they're looking to finish him off. Oh, Ice Wall just barely misses him, but he does get caught by the tornado, and they do manage to finish off that bounty. So Bounty Hunter is not having himself a good game. However, Disruptor finds himself caught out in the mid lane and drops to the tanker. Interdastic. Are we looking at a medallion for Bristleback? Is that what that builds into? No. Rogue Magi isn't medallion. What is that item that we are looking at here? Oh, Blade Mail. Yeah. Dirt. I should have known that. I don't know why that baffled me for a mere moment there, but anyways, so this is where the game is really going to be decided. I mean, going into this game, you kind of expect all the outer towers to drop pretty quickly for in the favor of Toxic Bomb. Now, like I said, generally when you play against a lineup like this, the best way to do it is to just slowly let them take those towers, saw them up however you can. But I mean, you have to acknowledge that they are going to drop. Then once the mid game comes around, or not even the mid game, once this late game comes around where they've knocked down the towers and pushing into your base, this is when you can force the other team to 5-man fight. They can't do this Rat Dota crap anymore. Oh my god, so getting caught out there by that ticker. But yeah, they can't do that Rat Dota crap because, you know, they have to come into your base. And they can try to jump on other sides of the base and have the Prophet split push. But for the most part, they're going to have to take a team fight to be able to crack your base. So, if you play it effectively as... if you pick and play it effectively, you'll have a carry who, by this point, will be able to stave this off. You'll have a Luna that can blow somebody up, an Anti-Mage that's got like a Manta and Battle Fury and other stuff now. Like, you will have something to fight this on. However, like I said, this game that does not appear to be the case for Nerf KOTLA because they went for a much more mid-game oriented strategy. So, as we look towards these fights, we can expect to see them in the way of Toxic Bomb. However, if Nerf KOTLA manages to pull something out of their asses, gets a couple good team fights and some morale under their butts, we could actually see this turn around. Like I said, all it takes is a good uphill team fight to lose you a couple towers and Roshan, which is a good enough gold swing that a team can actually start to pull something together. So, who knows? You know, anything can happen. Anything might happen. Here. What can we look at? Let's look at some net worth. So, pretty much as you'd expect, the 4 core heroes for Toxic Bomb are right on top, followed by the Bristleback and the Elder Titan. So, Gold Swing not looking how they want to. Oh my god, Lich Ulti going up, but just bouncing between all the trios, bounces once back to the Nature's Prophet and actually finishes him off. So, good kill there. Ooh, wow, great glimpse on that IO. He's going to be able to tether out. He's going to try. He gets... Oh my god, he tethers out of it. He does get slept up, which means that he is actually probably going to fall here, but he's trying very hard. He's bottling up, running away. Oh my god, he gets caught by the tornado, and he is done. The Wisp finally falls after much effort to save him. but it's given his team enough time to get into that fight here. The Tinker comes in from behind, finishes off the Invoker, and there we go. The fight is going to be disengaged. Actually, maybe not. Oh my god. Walks in, refreshes and daggons that Disruptor, so he falls as well, and he's just going to TP himself out of here. Wait, who is this trap? What's that? Oh, that was Tinker. Was there a friendly creep there? Looked like he was teleporting onto the dire creep. That was weird. Yeah, his mechanism's been completed for a while on Elder Titan. What? Oh, he's getting a. Oh, I see what they're doing. They're doing the blade mail strategy. For Tinker, if your team has 3 blade mails, and Tinker drops his March of the Machines, you can walk into his March of the Machines with blade mail active, and you can actually kill Tinker from it. So it's kind of actually a cool strategy, and they're going to go for it, but oh my god, 4-second stun on the CK, and he gets glimpsed back right after Disruptor falls. So CK just used that as a way to get out. But oh my god, Tinker jumps in the middle of all this, looking for some action. Does manage to pick off the Invoker, but now getting himself in trouble with Bristleback, who's chasing him down, looking for it, pops off a Quill Spray, one more hit, does finish off Tinker, but his team is dying. In the meantime, Lynch falling on the back line. Stomp goes out, catches the IO, but not the CK, and Earth Splitter coming out. Is it going to catch anybody? It does catch the Nation Prophet, but that is just not enough. Elder Titan drops, and Bristleback looks like he is going to be next in line. With 3 seconds stunned up, the trees go down, still just beating on him under this tower, and there he goes. Quick buyback. Oh my god. Rampage up on this Chaos Knight, not before falling to the tower, but he does get himself a Rampage. Bristleback now looking for that. The Bounty Hunter doesn't quite find him. What a game. We are actually looking at almost double kill score for Toxic Bomb Gaming here, so they have just taken off with this game. And like I said, it's it kind of came down to how their picks worked against this strategy, and their early game execution was not enough to pull it back. Like I said, their lineup had the potential to snowball into the mid game if they played it smart, but they lost a lot of their lanes, and that Wisp CK mid did wonders against the Invoker, and things just didn't work out well for them. But this Tinkerman being a complete pest, blinks in, gets the zap on that Lich, and he gets glimpsed right back into the trees where he wanted to be. So Prophet comes in, finishes him off, and this global strategy paying off, man. They can be anywhere they want, whenever they want, however they want, and it really doesn't matter to them. Oh my god. Tinker, just what a guy. Wow, all this nasal goo actually does finish off the Prophet there, so Bristleback doing alright for himself, but like I said, there's just no damage on this team. The Invoker went for the least damagey build you can go for on Invoker. Elder Titan is, I mean, he's okay, but they took out a lot of his damage. Lich, yeah, some damage, but he's can't stay alive long enough to do it, and Disruptor does no damage, so them's the breaks, I guess. As we look, we see Wisp and CK looking towards getting themselves a Rosh in here. Tinker jumps in, drops March of the Machines. That'll help out quite a bit. However, it will alert the enemy team to the presence of the Rosh, as they can see this March in the lane. So they're prepared to defend this. They do have a smoke up, and a Stomp goes out in the Rosh pit. How are they going to engage? Disruptor walks right in, Kinetic Storm, Kinetic Field, Static Storm, and they do manage to pick off the IO. They're looking for the Chaos Knight, but they do not manage to find him. Earth Splitter pops off, looking for that Bounty Hunter now. He gets glimpsed back and dusted. He is done, so there is a gem on Bristleback, so that wasn't really a necessary dust, but they pop it anyways. And now they're looking to Rosh themselves.
Tower is under attack.
Here it goes. It's, yeah, no, this is definitely gone. This is Gonzo completely done, and it is all for Nerf. So, even with that Aegis, I don't think they can really do anything with it. They can't push, They can't move out. They're still marching the machines to fight them if they try to take a tower. So, not in a great position. However, they are looking good for their next team fight, if it does ever happen to be a team fight and not just a couple of heroes getting picked off here and there. Anyways, with CK gank up here, the Lich ult flies out right away, but it bounces. Oh my god, CK gets glimpsed back to where he came from. And this is why I said Disruptor is good against that combo, because they jump in, and then they get separated. And oh my god, Tinker just jumps in, all that damage.
Oh dear.
Is he gonna get to zap the Invoker? He's trying hard, but Cold Snap just too much. Blink Dagger will be off cooldown here in a moment. Oh,
Dire's
no.
top tower is under
Invoker's
attack.
gone for sure. Might be able to get that Lich. Blinks down, zaps him. Yes, he does. 14-4 is this Tinker score right now, as he has just been zapping people left and right. Good lane here, CK. 13-3 on himself, actually. He's not doing too bad on the kills either. He's getting quite a lot of gold under his belt. And question where is this tier 3? A little bit scared right now. He's going to have to turn around. Nasal Goo flying out on him. But can't really pursue with this Tinker here. Oh my god. Blows up another support. Grabs himself another kill. And I mean, Lich and Disruptor are just too squishy to survive against that Tinker. You can just do so much burst
Dire's
damage.
bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures
Yeah.
are fortified.
320 damage from Laser. 800 damage from level 5 Dagon. That's more.
Now that's just shoddy construction.
Yeah, I mean, if Lich has any health on him whatsoever, or any damage on him.
Dire's
Oh my god, look at that. Zap, 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 zap.
Technology.
Dire's middle
He's
barracks.
trying to keep you out of this, but Tinker is actually going to take a fall here. So that was 1,000 gold going the way of the Bristleback. Much needed. Now sitting on 4k, and he's chasing down this bounty hunter. He's going to try to run himself away here, and he does actually manage to TP out of that. So he gets out, buys himself a Heaven's Halberd. I'm not sure why he built a Halberd, as there's not really anybody who
Dire's top barracks are
gets
under attack.
really screwed over by a discount. Tinker stealing the show, doing more damage, and I think this is probably going to be game. They're working on knocking down this Bristleback, and although he is durable, he is going to take a fall here in a second.
Dire's bottom barracks.
Oh, he does actually manage to get the IO, but he falls, Aegis gets popped, and there we go. Bristleback shoves them away for now, but 2 lanes of racks, all but 1 rack are dead, and yeah, it's GG. Called here by Nerf KOTLA. We'll see in a moment if they have to. Oh my god, that blink. They can use the TP up. Bounty Hunter screwed again. Bounty Hunter does get caught out. So there's 1 rack left standing, but that won't be for long. Oh my god. Gets glimpsed back to base, which is where he would have gone right after that kill. Anyways, finishes off that Disruptor, and then he's just going to rewind and TP back out. Sitting on the bottom lane. Gonna blink forward. Decides not to blink forward onto the Invoker right away. Sees a Bristleback coming his way, blinks away from the Tornado, and he's going to CP himself out to safety. Top lane here. Lich about to get caught out. Boom. Gone in a matter of moments. 22 kills on Tinker right now. Keeping himself back to base. Utterly ridiculous, folks. Utterly ridiculous. I remember watching a fantastic game on Sing Sing's stream where he had a Beastmaster on his team who he got to give him unit control. He's playing Tinker, and he literally just microed the Scout Hawk around and TP'd onto it and ganked people with it, and he ended up having like 40 kills at the end of the game. It was absolutely absurd. It was so fun to watch though. And anyways, they're throwing their bodies at this bottom rack, because once that goes down, nothing else matters. Heroes exploding left and right from these Dagons and lasers and zaps and rockets, this, that, the other thing. Chaos Knight actually going to take a fall here, but actually the Nature's Prophet fell in that fight too. Is everybody dying? Actually, Nature's Prophet, Chaos Knight, oh my god, Lich and Disruptor both dying. Tinker actually gets himself caught out with very little mana. Is he going to be able to get out? He does not, and he falls 1,050 gold going the way of Elder Titan, so big kill, but really doesn't matter at this point. There are Mega Creeps on the field. Tornado does catch the IO, but Bounty Hunter gets spotted out. Can be able to catch it. Hazel flying out, Cold Snap goes down, and they are looking for him. I think he is actually going to get caught. Yeah, there he goes. And one more close. Yeah, there he goes. Bounty Hunter drops. Good team fight there for Nerf KOTLA. They've played it pretty well, but like I said before, Mega Creeps are on the field, so pretty much doesn't matter at this point. Prophet right in the middle of his base for no reason, grabs a courier kill, why not, but he gets dusted up, tries to tree himself in, and turns to fight, but does not manage to get a kill and does not manage to get out, so not exactly worth it, but once again, what does it matter? Anyways, we see Chaos Knight farming up this stack of camps here. Gets himself a Mantis House. He's got another set of illusions to pop off whenever he gets into a fight here. Bounty Hunter got himself an Orchid and a Halberd. Still don't understand the Halberd, but Orchid I get. Guess he just wants to shut more people down. Look at the graphs. It's got to be scary. 30,000 in the way of Toxic Bomb Gaming. And EXP actually, after those last couple fights, has spiked pretty remarkably close to 0. Still about 3,000 away, but after the advantage that was had in the way of Toxic Bomb for a while, pretty impressive to say the least. Anyways, just struggling to hold these creeps right now. I mean, they're still doing damage to the towers, still just chunking away at them, and there is just nothing you can do against Mega Creeps. Toxic Bomb should go in and finish this here. It's pretty BM to watch your opponents die to Mega Creeps. Tanker gonna jump himself in. Gets jumped on by Tanker, but oh my god, turns around, just E-Blade dagging, and do the same thing here. He's actually trying to TP out, but he gets stomped up and actually drops to the Bristleback. So he falls. Bristleback now is the heart of Tarrasque. And this Disruptor, how many times has he died? 16 deaths in this game, that is just absurd. Anyway, CK in here with his entire army of illusions looking for some action. He is going to get it up in the form of an Elder Titan. He's looking for that Bristleback. Really, really tanky, but I don't think it matters right now.
Dire's Ancient is under attack.
But not quite dead.
Bristleback spraying off those spills, trying to keep the creeps off the Ancient, but
is under attack.
Can't do it. Prophet gets himself a kill there. She has a Manta. I've never seen Prophet build a Manta. He's doing some damage to this Bristle here. Oh my god, this Bristle takes no damage. Anyways, there we go. Finally, the throne falls. He's known it was GG for a while, but that was about it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. It was a pleasure casting for you. I wish I could have been casting the ADL tonight, but nobody signed up, which made me pretty sad. I was expecting to be able to get some awesome games in. Anyways, things looking good here. Anyways, guys, once again, thanks for watching. Tune in on Tuesdays and Thursdays to my Twitch stream at Cptn.Canuck Dota. You can find me casting the Amateur Dota 2 League with new games every single week. It's a very exciting time, and I love doing it, so tune in for that as well. Future Saturdays, hopefully we'll have Saturday night fights with the Amateur Dota League. They, like I said, they didn't have enough teams signed up to get things going this week. However, next week and the weeks after, hopefully we'll have more teams to keep track of. As always, check back at my YouTube channel here for more videos every single day. and you can follow me on Twitter for any other updates at Cptn.Canuck Dota. Thanks guys so much for watching again, and you guys have yourself a wonderful morning, day, night, whatever it is in your time zone. Cheers guys.